hips are directly above the toe of the front leg, right? That's the most efficient position to push out of. If it's too far forward, if our foot is in front of our hips, right, we're going to pop straight up because we can't push back from there. And if it's back behind, we're going to fall forward, and we're already afraid of that as it is. Now here's a couple really important parts. First, this is what I say pushing through the post or driving to full extension. This straight line from the ankle through the hip, through the back of the head, that's the position that we need to push out of when we come out. If we are not pushing and posting and getting into this position, our foot's going to drop. We're not going to take advantage of the strength training and all the other things that we do, and we're going to pop straight up and start spinning our wheels right off the bat. That's the kind of extension that we're looking for. We have to get into that straight line position. And doing that will allow us, again, to get this big, look at this big angle between our drive leg and our swing leg. Right? Big push, big punch of this knee gets that foot out. And this is where we have to be, the position we need to be in, right? Big arm split, right? We see our big arm split here. This position with the hips. You have to try to get yourself in that position. It takes longer to get there than just starting to get your feet going, but the way we're doing it's not fast. So we have to be in that position when we come out. And then, right, see here we can see his foot landing directly underneath his hips. But look at, because we're going to see the two steps here, look at his feet, the direction that they travel. See how they push down and back? Let's look at that again. So first thing we notice, what's one thing that we notice here? Watch his feet as he goes to push. You can already see his back foot pushing back into the ground, right? He pushes off both feet, gets extension off that back leg too. Doesn't just step out with the back leg like we have a problem doing. He pushes off both, right? Now look, getting that extension. First step, relatively low to the ground. Nice big split, but watch his leg here. Watch what it does. What we do when we get to this position, which we don't even get to this position, but we're having a problem doing is we're getting out, and that foot is coming out past the knee. This knee angle is opening up, and the foot is just hanging there until it almost hits the ground. But watch what his leg does. He gets that extended position. Watch where the foot's going to start to go. A big extension, big all the way pushed, all the way out. But watch what look at this. He's pretty much toeing off here, right? But watch what he continues to do. He continues to extend as long as humanly possible on the ground and maintain this position so he covers ground with his hips. But watch this leg right here, right? It's not going to come out, reach for the ground and drop, or just dangle there. Look how, even from that extended position, it's already traveling back down toward the ground. Look at that pushback. It's pushing back, then it makes contact with the leg underneath the hips. Now watch this left leg, right? Comes through, stays low, but look at the foot. It's not opening up and coming out past the knee. Good extension, vertical, not overstriding, and the foot comes back down, and look where it lands, under the hip, right? And continues to push back. Now he's at full support, and if you look at full support, his foot's actually slightly behind his hip. Continue to push, push, push all the way out of the ground. That's how we have to be, people, if we are going to run some fast times and get better acceleration. So here, let's take a look at it again. Look at that rip back. Let's just watch it one more time. That's brutal. That's violent, right? That's the kind of violence we're looking for. Pushing into the ground, getting after it. Pushing, rip back into the ground. That's what we gotta try to do. That's what we gotta try to simulate. That's what we have to try to emulate. Ready to go.